everyone, it's Nadia from YARNutopia. Today we're making number 354 Granny Square of our 365 days of Granny Squares. Today's Granny Square, you can see it already, bullion stitches. This one is not as big of a challenge as yesterday's square, but it is still quite challenging with the bullion stitches. I know a lot of you are not a big fan of them, but they are challenging, and it's great to challenge yourself every day towards something in crochet, and I really enjoyed making this square today. It is designed by Bonnie. Make sure to check out the written pattern for this square. I actually ended one round early. You can do a quick single crochet round around the edge if you want to for the last round, but this square we're only working 6 rounds, and this square is called Amazing Grace, and it's really pretty. We're working with these clusters, which actually are called puffs in the written pattern, and then we're working these bullion stitches, just 10 wraps and 15 wraps to make this really cool corner look. And it was a lot of fun to make. I think it worked up really quick, except for obviously the bullion stitches are very tedious, and I ended up slipping off of my hook a couple of times, but overall it was a lot of fun. And I'm using 4 different colors in this square today. I really love the popping colors, the bright colors. So this yarn is Red Heart Yarns Super Saver style yarn. You can use any worsted weight yarn in any scraps that you have lying around. You don't need a whole lot of yarn for this project. I think the most yarn you're going to need is for the bullion stitches, but even that wasn't a whole lot of yarn. And I'm using an H size crochet hook today, same hook as yesterday. I'm obsessed with this hook. This hook is so awesome. So make sure you check out that link in the description of this video for the hook that you can get the similar hook as me. It is an ergonomic handmade wooden hook handle, and these hooks are fixed in there. It is an H hook, but they have different sizes of hooks, so you can get any size you want for your handle. It's a really nice hook. So H hook, which is 5 millimeters. You could use a bigger or smaller hook if you want to make your square obviously bigger or smaller. My square turned out to be 7 inches today, which with the H size hook, that's 18 centimeters. So if you need to make it smaller, you can use a smaller hook, maybe a G hook, which is 4 millimeters. And then I used a scissor and a yarn needle to cut the yarn and sew in the ends, just when I change color so often. That came in handy. Also, before we begin there, I have to tell you the links in the description of this video are the link to the written pattern, a link to the shop where you can get this hook, link to my website, link to the Instagram, link to the Facebook, all that stuff. Make sure you share your photos online, so share your photo in the comment section of today's post, and then share your photo on Instagram and hashtag 365 days of Granny Squares so I can see your square on Instagram. And you can also hashtag YARNutopia if you want to also. And then you can follow me on Snapchat. I'm YARNutopia on Snapchat, so you can see behind the scenes clips of what we do here at YARNutopia headquarters. And last thing to say is a big, huge thank you to my dad, Fuad, Azmat, for taking the time to make this video with us. He's our videographer, editor, and photographer for all of our videos. So make sure you subscribe to our channel on YouTube. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you like this video, thumbs up it and share it with all your friends, and make sure that they join in on the 365. I'm keeping these videos up, so don't worry about that. You can start and stop whenever you'd like. So check out YARNutopia.com for all that information. And now let's get started and make number 354 Granny Square. Let's start out with a slip knot, so put your short end over your long end, then fold this down and pull that through and pull it tight, and then insert your hook into that loop and we can start. So let's start out by chaining 4, so yarn over and pull through 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then go all the way to the first chain that we made and make a slip stitch in there. So go in, then yarn over and pull through, and there we've created a ring that we're going to work in for round 1. If you know how to make the magic loop, you can do that as well, but I'm going to just chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3, and that counts as our first double crochet of this round. And now into this ring we are going to make 15 double crochets. I won't make you watch me do all 15, but I will just make a few in here to show you, and then I'll go on to making the rest of mine. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So that's 1, So then yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 2. So this is 3. Here's 4. Okay, and 5. So again, I won't make you watch me do all 15. So just make 15 double crochets in here. At the end of this round, you should have 16 stitches because that beginning chain up 3 counted as a stitch. So then I'll meet you up for round 2. Alright, once you put 15 double crochets into this center here, you want to slip stitch to the first chain up 3 here. And if you need to, count back 16. It should lead you to this chain up 3 here. So then we're just going to go into that, and then yarn over and pull through, and pull through for a slip stitch to close that round. So now we can go on to round 2, and if you're not changing color, just chain up 3 and go on to round 2. But I'm actually going to chain 1 and cut my yarn, pull that through and pull it tight, and you can start in any stitch around. So I think I'll just start right in that same one that we just fastened off in, and I'm going to attach a new yarn, hook that on the hook, pull it through, and then chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to count as part of our beginning puff stitch here. In the written pattern, it's called a puff stitch, but I think these are very similar to cluster stitches. So what we're going to do is make a beginning puff stitch, which is yarn over, go into the same stitch that we just attached to, then yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, but hold those 2 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over again and go back into that same stitch, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, but again, hold those 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, go in to the same stitch, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So now we have 4 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 of those loops. And there's our beginning puff. And then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And we are going to skip this very next stitch right here. And we are going to work a regular puff in this next stitch. So yarn over, go into that stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, but hold those 2 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over again and go back into that same stitch, yarn over and pull through, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Again, hold those 3 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over and go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and one more time, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So now we actually have 5 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 5 of those loops, and then we are going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3, and then just repeat that around. So skip this very next stitch here and make your puff in this next stitch. So that's 4 incomplete double crochets, just like this, until you have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 5, and then chain 3, and then skip the next stitch and puff in the next. So do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you up for round 3. Alright, finishing round 2, we have to chain that last 3 there, and then slip stitch to the beginning cluster here, or I'm sorry, puff stitch here. Go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. And then we can go on to round 3. If you're not changing color, slip stitch into this chain 3 space, and then chain up 3 and go on to round 3. I'm going to chain 1 right here actually, and cut this yarn, and then pull that through and pull it tight, and then insert my hook into this chain 3 space and grab a new yarn, hook that on the hook and pull that through, and then chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And now in the same space we are going to make a beginning puff. So just like I showed you in the beginning of the last round, we're going to yarn over and go in, then yarn over and pull through, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops, but hold those 2 loops on your hook, yarn over again and go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, but hold those 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and go in, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So now there's 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 4 of those loops. And then chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to make a regular puff in the same chain 3 space. So yarn over, go into the same chain 3 space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and one more time. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through all 5 of the loops on your hook. So there's puff stitch, chain 3, puff stitch in this chain 3 space. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and do the same thing in the next chain 3 space. So cluster stitch, okay, just like I showed you how to cluster stitch in round 2. These are the exact same stitches. Oh, why am I saying clusters? You know what I mean, the puff stitches. These 1, 2, 3, 4 incomplete double crochets, then yarn over, pull through all 5 of those loops, and then chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, then scoot it over so you have room for your next one. We're putting another puff stitch in here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 incomplete incomplete double crochets. There's 5 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 5. Okay, and just repeat that around. So chain 3, and then puff stitch, chain 3, and puff stitch in the next chain 3 space, and then chain 3, and then hop to the next, and do that again. So just do that all the way around. Very simple, just kind of tedious making your puff stitches, but then I will just meet you up for round 4. Alright, just chaining my last 3 here, and then I have to slip stitch to the first puff here, so go into the stitch itself. Okay, so not the chain of 3 here. Go into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Now if you're not changing color and going on to the next round, you can see 2 puff stitches are worked into this chain 3 space. We are going to start in the chain 3 between those. Okay, so not in a chain 3 space here. We're going to go in between 2 of them. So there's 2 here. We're going to work into that one. So if you need to just slip stitch in there without changing color, I'm actually going to chain 1, cut that yarn, change color, because I like to change colors so often, and we're going to go into this chain 3 space with our hook and pick up a new yarn. And now this round is the tedious bullion stitch round, so get ready for it. We're going to hook this on the hook and pull it through just like this. Okay, and then for, what is this round? Round 4? We are going to, let's see here, between the puffs of a puff cluster. Okay, work a beginning puff, so chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. Then yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So now we have 4 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 of those loops. Okay, and there's our beginning puff. Then we are going to, let's see here, I just want to make sure I have to chain 3. Yep, chain 3 here. So yarn over, pull through 1, 2, and 3. And in the next space, this next chain 3 space right here, we are going to work a 10 yarn over bullion stitch. So yarn over 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice I'm yarning over very loosely. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and then we're going to go into this chain 3 space, this next one right here. Okay, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all of the loops on your hook. So if you need to, guide your yarn over your hook with your other hand. Okay, just like this. So guide it off the hook, keeping that one loop pulling it through everything. And there is a bullion stitch. Okay, then we're going to chain 1, so yarn over and pull through, but don't pull too tight on that chain 1 because you want there to be that kind of line down the back there to kind of just keep it secure. So there's a 10 wrapped bullion stitch, and then we just chained 1. Now in the same space, we are going to put a 15 wrapped bullion stitch. So wrap your yarn 15 times from the back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, you can hold it with your pointer finger like this. Then go back into that same space that our first bullion stitch was worked in. Go into that same space, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all of those loops on your hook. There should be 17 loops. And again, guide it through off of your hook. Oops, don't lose any stitching. It's nice to use both hands for bullion stitches, and yes, they are tedious, but in the end they are gorgeous, and it's so worth it. So there, we can guide these off of our hook. All 17 loops. This is a 15 wrapped bullion stitch. There we go. And then when you're finished with the 15 wrapped bullion stitch, make sure to chain 1 just like I showed you, yarn over, pull through, but do not pull too tight so that that has that in the back there. Just like that. Okay? Then we have to make another 15 wrapped bullion stitch, so I'm grabbing a ton of yarn to help with this wrapping here. Okay, so yarn over 15 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Holding that with my pointer finger here, I'm going into the same space, yarn over and pull through, then yarn over and pull through all of the loops on your hook at once. 1, 2, 3. There should be 17 loops that you pull off of your thing here. Oops. Okay. Then we're going to, again, chain 1. Okay, and we have to do another 15 wrapped bullion stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Go back into that same space, yarn over and pull through, then yarn over and pull through all 17 loops. Okay, and then this is the end of the 15 wraps here. Just keep pulling it through using your other hand. It's much easier. And as you practice this stitch, it gets much easier as you go. Okay, then chain 1 to close that off. So yarn over, pull through, but again, don't pull too tight on that. Okay, just like that. Then one last bullion stitch. We have to do a 10 wrapped bullion stitch in the same space. So yarn over only 10 times this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then go back into that same space, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 12 loops on your hook. Okay, so there should only be 12 loops on your hook this time. Okay, just like that. And then chain 1. Okay, so there we go. We have a 10 wrapped bullion stitch, chain 1, 15 wrapped, chain 1, 15 wrapped, chain 1, 15 wrapped, chain 1, and then a 10 wrap, chain 1. Then we are going to hop into the next chain 3 space, and we are going to work a regular puff stitch. So remember from the previous 2 rounds, we're going to yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So now we have 5 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all 5 loops, and then chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Then hop into the next chain 3 space right here, and we are going to work another puff. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and just keep yarning over, going in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, until you have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 5 of those loops, and then chain 3. And then again, one more time here, we're going to hop into the next chain 3 space and make a puff stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4 incomplete double crochets, then yarn over, pull through all 5 loops, and then chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then we're just going to repeat what we did. Let's see here. We are going to, let me just make sure I'm doing this all right. Yeah, looks awesome. Okay, so then we are going to repeat what we did. So you can see here, actually this puff stitch is like this puff stitch here. So now we're going to work this corner here, the 10 wrap, 15 wrap, 15, 15, and 10, and make sure you chain 1 in between each bullion stitch. So let me hop into this one here, wrap 10 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I am going to work this off camera. I know it gets boring watching me do all these bullion stitches, so just if you need to, rewind this to that first bullion stitch that we made, the 10 wrap bullion stitch, and just repeat this sequence all the way around. And if you need to, you can always follow along with that nice written pattern that's linked in the description of this video. But I'll just do this all the way around, and then I'll meet you up for the next round. Alright, just finishing this round. After all those bullion stitches, we can go on to the next round. We just need to slip stitch to this beginning cluster here. So not this chain up 3 here. Just go into this beginning puff. Sorry, puff. Keep forgetting to say puff stitches. So just go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. Okay, at this point I am going to fasten off this color, and actually for round, let's see here, what round is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, round 5, we are going to start in a center bullion stitch. So regardless if you're not changing color, you're going to have to fasten off anyway. I did want to mention that before, I ended up chaining 3 before my bullion stitches, and then I didn't chain 3 after. So you can either decide if you want to chain 1 before it, or 1 and 1 after, or 3 before and 3 after. It really is not going to matter, and I think I ended up, the rest of my rounds I did chain, let me see here. Yeah, I chained 1 and then 1. So that's that. Also, don't forget to work in every single chain 3 space. I know before I ended filming, I ended up making a bullion stitch. I skipped a space and made a bullion stitch in the next space. And I skipped a space, so I had to go back and take a bullion stitch apart. It was a nightmare. I don't like taking my bullion stitches apart. So this is what round 4 should end up looking like. So you're going to work in every single space. And like I said, though, you could chain before the corner. You can see the bullion stitches in the corner. There should be 5 in total, with a chain 1 in between each one of those. And then you can decide if you want to chain 1 before and after, or chain 3 before and after. It does not matter. So that is my round 4. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to round 5 here. We're going to, like I said, start in a bullion stitch in a middle bullion stitch. So right here. Okay, and then I'm going to grab this color. This is going to be a single crochet round. So hook on your yarn, pull that through, and then we're going to chain 1 and work 3 single crochets in the same stitch. So right in here, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. Okay, that's a single crochet. So again, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and one more time. Go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So there is the 3 single crochets in the corner. And now we're going to work a single crochet in the space between the bullion stitches. So in this chain 1 space here, work 1 single crochet. Okay, and then we are going to do that again after this bullion stitch. Between these 2 bullion stitches in this chain 1 space, work a single crochet. Okay, Then we are going to single crochet in the space between the bullion stitch and the puff stitch. So right in here, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay? Then we are going to single crochet in the puff stitch. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And then we're going to put 2 single crochets in this chain 3 space. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. So there's 2 single crochets in that chain 3 space. And then we're going to single crochet in this next puff stitch. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Then in this chain 3 space here, we're going to put 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, and then put a single crochet in this next puff stitch. Then we're just going to put 1 single crochet, regardless if you change 3 or 1. We're going to put 1 single crochet before the bullion stitch. And then we're going to put 1 single crochet in between the 2 bullion stitches here, and 1 single crochet between these 2 bullion stitches here. Then in this middle bullion stitch right here, we are going to actually work into the bullion stitch itself right in here, and we're going to put 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. And then just repeat what we did from the beginning of this round. So put a single crochet in between these 2 bullion stitches, put a single crochet between these 2 bullion stitches, then put a single crochet between the bullion and the puff stitch, and then single crochet in the puff stitch. Then put 2 single crochets in the chain 3 space, and single crochet in the next puff stitch. Then put 2 single crochets in the chain 3 space, and put a single crochet in the puff stitch, and then put 1 single crochet before the next bullion stitch. Okay, then work 1 single crochet between the 2 bullion stitches, and 1 single crochet between these 2 bullion stitches. Now since we're at the middle bullion stitch right here, we're going to work in the bullion stitch and we're going to put 3 single crochets in there for the corner. And just work that all the way around. So if you need to rewind this to see what I did for each side and each corner, but I am going to just repeat this all the way around and then I will meet you up after this round. Alright, when you come back around, be sure to single crochet between these 2 bullion stitches still, and then slip stitch to this first single crochet of this round right in here, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Now going on to the next round, if you're not changing color, slip stitch into this next single crochet or the middle single crochet of a 3 single crochet grouping, and then chain up 3 and go on to round 6. But I'm going to chain 1 and cut this yarn, pull that through and pull it tight, and I'm going to insert my hook into the middle single crochet of a 3 single crochet grouping in a corner, and I'm going to grab my other yarn, pull it through, and then chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to count as our first double crochet of this round. And then in the same stitch, we are going to put 2 double crochets. So yarn over, go in, yarn over and pull through, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through those last 2 loops. Okay, that's a double crochet. So again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Then we have to chain 2, 1 and 2, and then put 3 more double crochets in that same stitch. So let's go in 1, 2, and 3. And there's our corner. Then we're going to double crochet in the next 4 stitches here. So yarn over, go into this next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So that's 1, next stitch is 2, next stitch is 3, and this one is 4. And now we're going to half double crochet into 7 stitches. So a half double crochet is yarn over, go into this next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. That's a half double crochet. So we have to do 7. So that was 1. Next stitch is 2. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we're going to double crochet into the next 4 stitches. So yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1. Next stitch is 2, here's 3, and 4. And that should lead you to the middle single crochet of this corner here. So you can see the 3 single crochets we worked into this one. So this one is the middle single crochet right here. We're going to work our corner stitches in there. So that is 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. Then we need to chain 2, 1 and 2, and put 3 more double crochets in that same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Just like that. So now we just need to repeat what we did on this side, okay, and this corner for each side and each corner around. So double crochet into the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4, then half double crochet into the next 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, whoopsie, 5, 6, and 7. And then double crochet into the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then that should lead you to the middle single crochet of your 3 single crochet grouping in the corner. So just make your corner stitches in that next stitch. And do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you up at the end of this round. Alright, when you come back around, be sure to slip stitch to your beginning chain up 3. Go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through, and then we can fasten off. Actually, there's one more round. If you want to do a single crochet round, you totally can do that to finish up your edges, but I'm just going to chain 1, cut this, pull it all the way through, and pull tight, and I'm going to be done for the day. I'm just going to grab my yarn needle and sew in that end. And that's it for number 354 granny square. Just yarn your needle and sew it in back here behind your stitches. Just sew in your ends as you go, just so you don't have to do it, at the end of your big project, whatever you're making. If you're making a blanket or a cardigan or, I don't know, a pillow cover. Let me know what you're making. Leave a comment on this video after you're done making yours and tell me, what are you making with your granny squares for the year? I would love to hear it. And if you have made stuff, make sure to share your photos on the Facebook and the Instagram. And if you make today's granny square, share a photo of it on the post on Facebook, and on Instagram, be sure to hashtag 365 Days of Granny Squares. It's so beautiful. Thank you to Bonnie for designing this square. I can't wait to see yours today. So thanks for watching every single day. I will see you tomorrow. Happy hooking!